What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Doubted. My name's Christian Mantuano, and today I'm here with RJ Smith. RJ, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm great.
RJ, tell everybody where you're from, what graduating class you're in, your high school, and then your AAU program.
Okay, so I'm from Philadelphia. I'm a class of 2026. Play for team final, and I go to Roman Catholic.
So, Philadelphia, I was just talking to Marvin Reed. He's from the Philly area too, so
What's my guys?
talked with him a bit about just the Philly guards out there. But as you know, the guards out in Philadelphia are tough, they're gritty, they play very physical both ends of the court. Just for you, what was it like growing up in Philly, and when did your intensity and specifically just how you play as a guard, playing very physical for your size and also being able to get your guys involved on offense and then playing lockdown defense? How did that kind of develop over the years?
My dad always had me in situations where I would fail and just like, I played up. I always play older with older guys, and I would just sometimes I wouldn't do the greatest, or sometimes I'd do good. But when I didn't do the greatest, or I failed at something, and doing that, I would go back into the lab and fix it, and that always came with my fire. That's where my a lot of my fire came from, just wanting to be better than everybody else.
Absolutely.
And that physicality part, I always been like, so me playing up, everybody's stronger, everybody older. I'm the youngin. Like I'm 8 years old playing 10U. So I just going into those games, just being ready for for the physicality, and then that just grew me into what I am today.
Yeah. Are these like recreational games, or is it just going to the court and playing?
It was actually that's when I actually started playing AAU, and it was rec AAU and rec. I was playing up AAU. I was playing 10U. I was about 8 years old.
Okay. So you mentioned your father. I've watched a couple of your games, and your pops is always, cheering you on, making sure that he's got your back out there when you're out there. I remember specifically, I think it was Jordan Holiday Classic
Yeah.
this past December. You were playing over there. I remember that game specifically, but just younger, he had you playing up, but what kind of role has he had in, just you mentioned specifically the toughness and the intensity just from you playing up, but how has he helped you in general, whether that's skill wise, mentality wise, whatever, just how has he helped you grow into the player you are right now?
Well, always like I've been kicked like, he's been my coach. Like he started coaching me. Like he's been my coach for forever, including my trainer. I would be on some like sometimes I don't want to be there. Times I'm just going through the motions, games, practices. It didn't matter. I'm getting kicked out of practices, getting kicked out of
Yeah,
games. Sit with your mom, like a lot. But I think, and I wouldn't really. I would take it. I like take it to heart in the moment. But then I would come back the next day, come back to practice, do the same thing, go back to the next game, do the same thing. And he's just always embedded in me. I'm gonna have it. I'm small, so I always gotta have a chip on my shoulder. So, and me and him, we be going at it and workouts, everything. But that's because we got a passion for the game. So
right. Did I assume he played, right?
yeah, he played.
Yeah. Same area, Philly?
Yeah, he's from North Philadelphia. Played at
Okay.
Mansion High School.
Okay. So yeah, I'm interested to hear just from his perspective. I know the game's changed since when he played, but I think from an intensity standpoint and the atmosphere playing out in Philly, I'm sure he understands that and gave you a lot of game and advice as you were getting older. I'm talking specifically like maybe later middle school or early high school, just when you were making that transition, playing at the next level, playing with Imhotep, a big program out in Philly. Like, what were some of the things that he told you specifically about playing in the city of Philadelphia and the type of competition that you're going to be running into?
Just like it don't matter who on the floor. Always go out and play hard. Be mentally tough. And you can like somebody can have like a lot of talent, but you can always out tough them if they don't have that mental part. So like basketball is real mental. Like you can
Yeah,
have all the talent in the world, but like I always like so with me it's like I guard. So that was always my thing. Like I guard. So like I like locking up your best player, and I like talking trash. So it's like that's just what I
yeah.
do. That's just being a Philly guard, just being tough and being physical and tough.
Definitely. When I talked with Marvin, he was talking about like just the matchups in practice, how he learns from you, like just how you play on both ends of the court. You play with that intensity, specifically on the defensive end, picking up, playing really good defense, and he learned a lot about just what he's got to do on the defensive end just from playing you and that competitive edge that you have. I mentioned to him just like the guys that have come out of Philly guards, also team final. Talk about I forget his name, but Bethia. He was a guard back when they won Peach Jam a few years back, team final. He
Yeah,
was
Ja.
their yeah, him, Rob Wright, who's over at BYU now. They're a few years older than you. When you were coming up, were those guys that you watched or you kind of watched their games, see how they were out there?
So yeah, those like I talk to those guys to this day. Like those are my guys,
Yeah,
like for real. So hey, Rob, like I really got a chance to really like I watched Jaheim, but like I really got a chance to sit back and really watch Rob because Munchie is my homie.
right.
So Munchie's my homie.
Yeah,
So like I really got a chance to watch Rob like his growth from eighth grade to now. So that's been just a big step for him and what he's doing. And on the Marv thing, like me and Marv, like me and Marv was on the same team for a while.
yeah,
Like we was on the same AAU team and everything. We just playing 94 feet together.
yup.
Like we had scary backcourt.
Yeah, definitely. So when you're describing your game, talked about the defensive end picking up 94 feet, talk trash, intense, physical. You get in guys' chests that you make sure they feel you. But from your perspective, how do you describe your game? And then second part of that question is what are some of the things that you've been working on this summer, like to improve in your game?
It's just getting stronger and bigger, get more athletic, get more faster. But on the court, like I just want to make sure you feel me out there. Like I want to make sure you know I'm here. Like a lot of the times, guys go out and just you can be silent, but just make sure they feel you, feel your presence, and that's what I try to do a lot of the times. I just always feel like every time I step on the floor, I'm the best player out there. So that means I got to show it, and I always got a chip on my shoulder. So it's like I'm always trying to prove something. So that's always I just carry myself a certain way.
Definitely.
That just take me a long way on and off the court.
Quick break from the conversation. If you're enjoying the conversation so far, please scroll down, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. Also, let me know down in the comments who you want to see on the channel. I appreciate your support. Now, let's get back into the conversation.
On the offensive side of the ball, I think, like we talked about, you watching Rob, as you've watched him grow. I mean, he's real shifty, really good finisher around the basket, super good out of the pick and roll. I think you're really good out of the pick and roll as well, whether that's passing, and then I think your finishing's pretty solid as well. Talk a bit on the about the offensive side of the ball and like how your skill on that side of the floor has developed over the years.
Just getting older and stronger with and just paying attention to the game and picking out different pieces from different players. I'm just watching the game a lot, watching film myself, and just being creative. Like I tell kids all the time, like they ask me about different stuff, like how you get your handle like that, how you get your shot like that. Just stay in the gym and be creative. Like don't ever let nobody tell you you can't be inside, you can't be outside the box. Like that's what I try to do a lot of times. Like if you watch my game, like I'm real creative in what I do, and I'm not afraid to try it. If I mess up, I mess up, but I just know I'm willing to be outside the box with my game.
Definitely.
That's where a lot of my stuff came from.
Yeah. I was watching, I don't know if you watch it, but it's Mind the Game with it's a Bronze
Yeah,
podcast with Steve
Steve
Nash.
Nash. Yeah,
Yeah. They were talking about just from a creativity standpoint, like how that's something that's been lost in this generation of players. But for yourself, talking about your creativity and especially for you finishing around the basket, you got to be creative. So was that something that you would say you developed from playing that older competition when you were younger?
Well, not exactly. Also my favorite player is Kyrie and
Okay.
Allen Iverson. So
Yeah.
you kind of understand that whole.
Yeah.
So I just watch them two. Like they always find a new way to be creative with their games. Always trying to find pieces in what they do. But I really like Allen Iverson, like his toughness and his creativity, and especially Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving creativity is out of this world. So I
Yeah,
always
it's
just like,
unmatched.
take stuff from him.
Absolutely. Yeah, Kyrie's creativity is unmatched. He's incredible. So now this summer, you're playing with Team Final on the EYBL circuit. You've been with that program for a couple years now. Were you there like late middle school as well, or
I've been with them since eighth grade spring.
eighth grade spring? So you spent every single EYBL summer with that program. I want to talk about this summer specifically. You got yourself and then some really long, lanky wings, athletic Aiden, and then also Sammy. I forget y'all's big's name, but he's really lanky as well out
Yeah,
there. Just
Adam and then Luca Foster.
yeah. Yes, Luca as well. In your role on the squad this summer, what's your mindset going out there on the court where, yeah, you could be creative, get a bucket for yourself, but you got guys that are really athletic, can get downhill, and I'm sure you wanna put them in the right positions to succeed and get everyone involved. So what's your mindset been when you're going out there AAU with your guys this summer?
Just doing what the game need me. I know what my team needs from me. I just like getting everybody involved, getting everybody in these spots where they can score and prosper it. Um, I just want to see like all my teammates succeed. Like the good thing about me as a point guard, I can get mine, but also I can get others easy ones. Like and that translates also like for point guards that translates into like when you get your teammates easy ones, they're gonna want to do the little things, the other things, rebound, block shots, play D. Because certain people, it takes certain guys, it takes certain things to get certain guys going.
Right.
That's what I've learned as a point guard, how to talk to certain people, what certain teammates need. That just came with being a good point guard.
Definitely. Um, so now you're working throughout this week. You're heading over to Augusta tomorrow for EYBL session for this weekend, and then right after that, Peach Jam. I know just from knowing guys that are older within the team final program, you guys really turn it up. I feel like once Peach Jam comes around and is always a program that brings that intensity. You guys bring the intensity no matter what, but I think during Peach Jam time, y'all really lock in and take it super serious and definitely don't want to see team final out there in Augusta for Peach Jam. So just for you, what's your mindset right now heading into session 4 in Peach Jam? What are the conversations like with your guys right now?
Just taking it one game at a time. Not rushing in anything. We gonna focus on one opponent to the next,
Yeah,
and just stay as one, be together. Like Coach Nate say, like just stay together, be one. Like when we play our brand of basketball, I feel like nobody can stop us. Like when we get our transition, when we rebound, when we playing D. Like I feel like we probably the best team in the country in the EYBL. So it's
yeah,
like I always say just stay together no matter we down or we up. We'll keep the same energy, be positive no matter what. Like I like telling my teammates like just hold each other accountable.
yeah,
Even myself, I hold myself to a high standard and hold myself accountable. What that is like, just take constructive criticism. If your coach, if our coach telling us something, we're just gonna take it and move on. If your teammate telling you something, we're just gonna take it and move on and get to the next play. And I feel like we've been doing a better job with that. Um, and I feel like going into the Peach Jam, I feel like we real locked in.
yeah. So Coach Nate, he's a guy that's been around the program for a minute. I know he was the head coach for the team a couple of years back that had
Yeah.
Sorber, that had Jaleel, had Rob. I think they were number one in the EYBL that year. Made it pretty far in Peach Jam, but he's been around some of the most talented players in the country. So just what has it been like for you learning from him, and what are some of the things that he tells you just about being the point guard for the team?
Nate, like ever since I got into the program, Nate been um has been good to me. Like he's for me, like he's been like me and him been
Yeah,
tight since I got into the program. That's been my guy for forever. So, but he just let me know. Like he said, like you're a real dominant point guard. He said you could get anywhere on the floor. He said you know how to really react. You got a good IQ. You got a good mindset. Got a good. You tough for the. You know what you're doing inside the game. He just give me different pointers to the game, just helping me out. He might see something that I don't. Sometimes I see stuff that he don't see, and that's the relationship we got. Like I can go to him and tell him like I see this, I see that, and we be good. Like he could come to me, like he could come to me and be like, "Yo, I see this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do X, Y, Z," and
yeah,
I feel like that's the relationship a point guard and a coach should have. But like me and him, like we have a good relationship to the point where we be going to war together, but we understand what our mission is and our goal, and that's good for me. That's good for us because we always stand together.
right. It's like a collaborative type of thing. Like you make him better, he makes you better
Yeah,
type of thing. That's awesome. Um, so now I want to transition to high school ball. You've spent the last 3 years of your high school career over at Imhotep, which has sent tons of guys to the next level. Coach Andre Noble, legendary coach. One guy specifically recently that I know still comes around a lot since he's still in Philly. Justin Edwards. Being with that program for 3 years, I sense it's a really like the culture over there. I think on the shirt, like on one of their shirts, it's
I say
like,
Clemson don't graduate.
yes, exactly. So what was it like those 3 years a part of that program, and how did it prepare you for the next level and just get you to where you are today as a point guard, as a man in general, besides basketball, just as a man?
They just like that's a great program to go to if you want a family environment and you wanna succeed in life.
Yeah,
Like when I got there in ninth grade, like I didn't know if I was gonna play or not, but I know in my mind, like I'm 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 tough minded. I'm gonna come here and work for what I want, and
yeah,
that's always what I've been like. I've been working for what I want. I didn't earn a lot, like earned a lot. So like when I got ninth grade, I'm playing against my Ramiro every day, just going against them, warring against them, making them better. They making me better. We went to City of Palms. I didn't know if I was gonna get in or not. Like I got in. I got in. I'm just like that's what I'm work. This what I like. That's what I'm working for. So it's like, so it goes into my like 10th grade year. I'm starting there, so I'm starting. I got the ball, but just going there. Period is like it's a family environment. Like outside of basketball, that whole entire staff, but like Andre, the stat, like the assistants, all of that. Like out of basketball, like they love you. So like that's another reason I went there. Like I felt at home. So
yeah,
it just like I love them to death. Like no matter and I just like when I went there, like it was a rough first 2 months when I came there, and then I finally got into things and just became who I am today.
definitely. And then now you're gonna be spending your senior year over at Roman Catholic, another great program in Philly, another program that has sent tons of guys to the next level. My guy Travis Reed, he was there
He lived up the block from me.
on one PCL title, I believe, with them. You're gonna be there this year with your team final teammate Sammy. That's a duo that I know during Philly Live these past couple weekends people were talking about and was out on social media stuff. I know Roman Catholic, you guys are always gonna have a squad that is real tight, plays well together. Just what so far, what's it been like playing with that program? Just kind of take us through the summer so far. I know I'm sure you guys have practiced a bit, but Philly Live being kind of the first time you guys are getting some really good competition together, going out there and playing. So, what was it like, that experience, and just how has it been so far?
Well, being a backcourt with Sammy, me and Sammy was on the same AAU team in fifth grade, playing for his dad. So I've been with Sammy for a while, but just playing that program is good. It's been good. Like I played in Philly Live too, cause I couldn't play in the first one. But I played in Philly Live too. But I feel like once our full team get together, we gonna be something. Cause nobody really seen our full team yet. So I'm just so excited to for the season and see what the season holds for us and see where it take us.
Definitely. Um, I know you're locked in on AAU right now with these next two sessions coming up, but when you do think about next year, just talk a bit about like what you are most looking forward to. What kind of thoughts go through your mind of just when you are thinking about high school this senior year coming up?
Well, I just want to go out with a bang. I got a lot of goals in mind.
Yeah,
That I want to reach, and I feel like I can, and it's possible. Um, with my skill and talent level and the mind I got for the game.
yeah.
Um, I just
What
want.
are those goals, if you don't mind me asking?
I wanted the biggest one. I actually, it would be good. Actually, I would like to get a. Since I'm here in the PCL, I would like to get that tip.
Yeah,
Probably Gatorade Player of the Year. I would love to get that in my state. So, but I feel like I could do it. I feel like
definitely.
I put in enough work to the point where I'll be able to complete those goals, and when I do, I'll be happy.
Yeah. The PCL title game that what is it, the Palestra? That's what
Yeah,
they yeah, it gets it's crazy in there. I ain't seen nothing like it. And that's
yeah.
just on I've never been there in person, but it just
That's a
from so
crazy environment. Like
yeah,
I've been going to those games for as long as I can remember. But now I could get a chance to play there. So, and
definitely.
those the type of environments like I like playing in. That's how I prosper in those environments. In those big moments, I like to step up.
For sure. And you mentioned like City of Palms, talked about Jordan Holiday Classic. When you are stepping into those big time events, those big platforms, talked about your tough mindset and just wanting to go out there and kill and give it your all. And you as a point guard facilitating, making sure everyone's involved, staying level headed. What goes into the preparation for those big time events like that? Do you approach it just as any other game, I guess, same kind of routine, or just what's your preparation before those big time events?
Like I just so as when I was younger, I've been in big moments and stuff like that, and I haven't succeeded. So that just took me back to the lab and to the gym and just fixed it until it was a consistent thing where every time I stepped on the floor in a big environment or a big game, I produced. And I feel like I've been doing it since about probably since I was probably 11, 10, 11, and I feel like that's when I really like start really like keep like the consistent part of that. And then seventh grade, I feel like that's where I really like separated myself from everybody. But when you like the mindset you gotta go into playing those games, you gotta be mentally locked in, know your goals, know what you need to do, and you gotta be prepared. You can't go out and do something that you haven't been in or prepared yourself for or worked in. Like you can't do that. You can't go into a bigger environment and never been in one and think you're gonna prosper.
Yeah,
Like so like I always prepare myself. Like so I just mental it's always but it's the mental part of it though. Like people can like I've seen a lot of guys fold in those moments. So and I've been around a lot of basketball, so
next chapter for you. You recently committed to LaSalle men's basketball. What are you most excited about? And just kind of what went into that decision? Why LaSalle?
their staff showed me a lot. Like their family environment. They keep it 100 with you. They never gonna tell you a lie. And I just feel comfortable. Like I feel at home. I get to stay at home, and that's another thing that's good. My family can come to the games.
Yeah,
Everybody's invited. But I just got a great vibe off them coaches. Coach Nichols, he like so LaSalle offered me when before their staff had got well they everybody left and they revamped it, got a new staff. But he came like the first when he was in Philly, he came to my practice when he first came down, he came to my practice, and then that next day, they reoffered me, and I was like that was that was like a good moment for me because I'm like my skill level speaks volumes, and they realize what they're getting. man, God, like Coach Nichols is a great guy, like great guy.
You said Coach Nichols, that coaching staff, never gonna tell you a lie, all that. Have you guys had any conversations of like how he envisions like or what he's looking for in a point guard? Like, have you guys kind of had those
He just
conversations?
he's just looking for somebody that's tough minded, ready to win. Like I can feel it off him. Like I can feel it like the conversation with him. Like, he wants to
Yeah,
win. He's hungry. Like, he wants to change that program around. And that's what and he has a chip on his shoulder. So that's another great thing for me because I always got a chip on my shoulder and try to prove something. And he's trying to prove something to, I guess, to the A10 and people out here that doesn't look as LaSalle as a as a great program or so. But I feel like he's going to show people different, and that's what I like
definitely.
about him. Like, he's hungry and he's working for something.
For sure. Hey RJ, I appreciate you coming on here, giving us your time. Know you got a busy couple days
Yeah.
with your travel day tomorrow, so I appreciate you making the time to come on here, man. Looking forward to watching you down in Peach Jam.